Hey guys, what's up? Today Treyarch has released the trailer for Der Eisendrache and it is amazing. I'm just going to have a few screenshots along this video just to show you what's part of the trailer and what I've just picked out of it from watching it. I'm not going to show the whole trailer because I don't want anything to do with copyright strikes or anything. I'm going to show screenshots because I'm allowed to do that and I know I'm allowed to do that. First of all, about 1 minute 19, 1 minute 20 in the trailer, if you pause it, you'll see this little board that says basic terms. You've got it up on your screen right now so you can see what I mean, and it's called the Apothicon language. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Basically, it's got their own little language for other words. So it's got there the translation in the red and the normal English language in the black above it. It's also got the symbols for it and everything else in there as well. I'm not really too sure about what this could do in terms of the new map, but could this maybe give us a hint to the Easter egg step in the Shadows of Evil map? It could possibly, if we look into this a bit, it could probably give us something that we've never really thought about before, and we could probably get to the next step of upgrading a wonder weapon or anything else. I'm showing you this because we need to try and get everything done, and hopefully this will have something to do with the new map, Der Eisendrache, because it'd be great to see some of this being tied in with it, because then we'd have to decode with a completely new language that's been made up. So looking at this there, they've actually thought about things. They've got verbs and nouns and they've got functions and everything else, as you can see along the top there. And what I'll do, I'll write all this out and I'll put it in the description below, so you can go and check it out in actual writing rather than looking at it on the screen that's probably not as easy to read. And to us, the red writing looks a little bit like absurd, of course, because it's a new language you've never really seen before. But if we get to understand these words as what they mean, it's sort of like learning, like I say, like another language. Then hopefully we can learn something else, and like I say, maybe it can help us towards an Easter egg or at least something. There's a reason why they showed this shot in this trailer, and I'm pretty sure that's why, to help us out in Shadows of Evil, or give us something basically to warm ourselves up with, so when we get into Der Eisendrache we know what to do and we've got some hints towards what could happen. This next screenshot is just very simple. They're doing some sort of graphic design, or the way that the zombies move on their computers. We're expecting them to do this, obviously. And what I'm thinking here is that maybe they're going to do something different with the zombies. Maybe they're going to have some sort of a different movement that we've never seen before. Because why would they alter the way that they move? And why would they be messing around with it? And why would they show us this in here? Surely they would, if they're going to keep the zombies moving the same, they would just copy and paste the movement from the old maps onto the new one. I know I make it sound a bit easy by saying they're just going to copy and paste it, but by going into the program and altering the way that they move, surely there's going to be some sort of new movement that's going to be implicated into the new map. I'm not too sure. I mean, what are your thoughts of this? Okay, so right here, we've got a little red circle on the floor there, and this is very similar to the one that we have in Shadows of Evil when we're upgrading the sword. So I think there's going to be more Easter eggs like that that's going to be in this new Der Eisendrache map, that we're going to have to use this red circle obviously for something. It's not going to be there for nothing like Treyarch like to do. They like to think about everything and they like to make sure that everything's there for a purpose. So you can actually see two of the red circles on the floor, one in the middle where it's quite easy to see on the bottom, but then if you look to the left of the screen you can actually see another one. It's a little bit like blurry in the background, but you can definitely see it. I'm not too sure what they could be other than what I've just said about the, like, for instance, in Shadows of Evil where you do upgrade your sword. It could be for something completely different, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be for part of an Easter egg of some sort, or maybe part of the map. Maybe it's got something to do with the way you can go and unlock the Pack-a-Punch machine, maybe. We're not too sure at the moment, but this is just obviously what I'm thinking of, maybe my own speculation. That's what I think anyway about those red circles. They're there for a reason. Possible Easter egg. Going back to the beginning of the video of the trailer they've given us, you see this shot right here that I'm showing you right now, and it's got a little cut going up towards a little ledge at the top, and this immediately gave me the thought in my head of Mob of the Dead, because of the, I don't know what it's called, Mob of the Dead, I didn't play it that much, but the little similar looking thing to that where you go down into the other part of the map. Now, are we looking at something that maybe we can go away from this castle and we can go down into like a little part of that town maybe, or something? Maybe it's just off the map and we got nothing to do with it, but it looks cool either way, and they've put a lot of thought and a lot of time into making this map. In this still image you can see there's a trap on the left hand side of the stairs, so hopefully there's going to be a new trap implemented into this new map. What trap it could be, I have no idea. I don't really use the traps that much, to be honest. Something else I noticed about this little image here, just off to the center on the right hand side, you've got what looks like a clock, but it doesn't look quite like a traditional clock what we see in zombies. It looks like obviously blacked out, but it's got a ring of like where the numbers would be around it. It might not be a clock, but I'm thinking if it is a clock, might this map have something to do with the giant? Might have some connections. And if we go back to the beginning of the trailer, they show us a little bit of a text. I'll read a little bit out. It goes, "The Eisendrache, the first chapter of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC adventure, will take players on an epic journey with the Origins characters." Richtoth and Nikolai, Takio and Dempsey. But it's the Origins bit that I'm like focusing on, because if I'm not mistaken, Origins and the giant have some sort of a connection. I say that loosely because there is the head of the giant within the map, the giant or the robot or whatever you want to call it from Origins. The head of that is in the giant, as everyone knows, and if those two maps are in the same universe or they're connected in any way, and if this map is connected to Origins, which it is because it says at the beginning of the trailer, might it also have something to do with the giant? Obviously I'm just speculating, I could be completely wrong again, like I say with every image I'm showing you here. But, I mean, it's completely plausible and it could easily be true. By the way, guys, if you're liking this video so far, do put your thoughts down below. Just put any comments you like to put. I like to see what you think, so put your comments down below and I'll read through some. Maybe I'll do a video on some, just explaining how plausible a theory could be. And then it also gives everyone else the opportunity to expand their mind and think about other opportunities about where the storyline could go. If we're looking at this image, I haven't really picked it apart that much, to be honest, at the moment. All I can see at the moment, just by looking at the image, over on the right hand side, just backing up my theory on the whole it could be connected to the giant, you've got a board that is very similar, if not the same board that you get in the giant, in the little animal test area bit, and you got quite a few of them actually in the giant. But it's like a little chalkboard with writing all over it, like mathematical writing or whatever it is. So that's just something else that I've noticed that ties in with the giant. Again, might not be anything, but it's there. And then in the middle, what do you have? You have the world that's caged over, and then you've got something underneath it, supposedly probably zapping up towards it to maybe blow up the earth, or maybe do something. I'm not too sure because the trailer doesn't show too much of it, but if that's the case, maybe it's connected with Moon as well, or maybe it's got something to do with a further future map pack where Moon might be brung back. Not too sure. I know there's been talk about Moon being brung back and everything, so maybe this is just another thing, or that's what I see anyway. I just see a laser or whatever that is, electric, going up into the world and then possibly for it to blow up or do something. So that's it for this video anyway, guys. The only thing I want to really say now is that 4 new Mega Gumballs have been announced. They've not been announced in terms of what they're actually going to be doing or what they're called, but they've announced that 4 new Mega Gumballs are going to be into this new map. I don't know whether they're going to be implemented into the maps that we now have, but we got 4 new Mega Gumballs, so I mean we got that to look forward to. And now, guys, I'll just leave you with the screenshot of the last screen in the trailer. Unfortunately, for those guys who are on last gen, the DLC is not available for PS3 or Xbox 360, so you have to be on new gen to have this DLC, and you've also got some online maps as well if you're interested in that. That's basically all this last screen says. So guys, if you like this video, please comment, rate and subscribe to my channel, and as always guys, I'll catch you next time. See ya!